Hello, hello. Welcome back to Lucid Trading. Welcome back indeed. There we go. Let's cover the market today. I was a little bit later. I had some issues with the uploading process of my video. I rendered the video. It took me about half an hour. Something went wrong, so I had to render it again. And I cannot stream while I am rendering the video. So that was a very unfortunate thing that happened, but we're live, we're here. Make sure you hit that like button if you just joined. That would be very much appreciated. We got about 30 minutes left until the markets are going to close, which is, I think, plenty of time to cover most stocks and just the market in general. All right, so let's just take a quick look at what's happening overall. The Nasdaq is pulling back again, going negative. The Russell was up. It's about to go negative. So is the S&P. So we haven't been seeing a lot of positive momentum. It's any kind of upside was met with a lot of selling pressure. And that is the current situation, whether we like it or not. The VIX is up 3.8%, still sitting quite high. Looking at the 10-year yield at the moment, it is up 0.8%. Market open, it says. So that does mean that the bond market is open. And so the 10-year heading up higher is a bad thing for tech stocks and growth stocks and pretty much companies that are burning a lot of money. So that is not a good thing. Let's take a look at Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Yeah, Bitcoin is going up. Ethereum is going up. That is still looking relatively bullish. CPI is coming up on the Wednesday, which is going to be quite conclusive because if the CPI is heading downwards, then there is a high probability that Bitcoin is going to come down. If CPI is heading upwards, well, Bitcoin is going to keep on rallying. My hunch is that we're going to see a lower CPI and it's going to be inflecting downwards. And Bitcoin is going to sell off. And so this rally is going to be for nothing. But that's just my opinion right now on Bitcoin. I've seen Alibaba. Yeah, so I made a video about Alibaba, which the video is now on the channel. If you haven't watched that yet, make sure you watch it. Very important. I think it's one of the best stocks in the market right now. Just saying. I've been buying Alibaba since it was sitting at 138, and it's now sitting at a price of roughly 165.4, which is quite amazing, right? So it's just a huge rally. It's kind of correcting to the downside because usually when you see a spike like this in prices, people tend to take profits, and that is very normal. So it's nothing crazy that we're seeing here. It's just, human psychology. People want to take some profits. That's what most people are doing right now is taking profits. And I think we're going to bottom out very soon and just keep on rallying. I think the fundamentals are still looking quite phenomenal for Alibaba, and there's a lot of upside for this stock. Keep in mind, like I've been saying, Charlie Munger has been buying this stock like absolute freaking crazy. Anyway, I think I forgot to welcome everybody to this stream. I got a bit of a chaotic day going on. But yeah, nevertheless, welcome back to Clean SD, Arcool, Yopity, Paul Gurnett, Not Financial Advice, Calicat, Lander, D for Nano, X Saint Unai, Yanu, and Alex Whiteside. Welcome back. Smash that like button if you just joined. And I hope everybody's having a great afternoon so far. I have been having a blast, given the fact that Alibaba has been it's just been skyrocketing today. I sold a lot of Alibaba today. 20% of all my positions. I got out around 170, 168, 167, and I bought back in at 165, and I'm very glad I did because, took a quick profit, and I got the opportunity to get back in almost instantaneously. Which, I mean, how many times do you see that happen, right? It's like you buy Tesla at like freaking $600, it goes to 700, you sell at 700, stock falls back down to 600. That's great. Really, really nice. Dow Jones down 0.5%. Damn. The Dow Jones is getting affected quite significantly. So it seems like the value stocks are really having not having their day today, which is kind of strange, isn't it? Are we seeing some negative things? Not really. I mean, we had hit resistance previously. It's just, yeah, but the Dow Jones is barely down. Maybe that's it. Relative to the Nasdaq. I mean, the Nasdaq is still down 6%. S&P is down about roughly around 4%. So the Dow, I don't think the Dow is down that much. Looking at the Russell, yeah, the Russell's still down like 10% or something. If we take a look at that. Oh, never mind. We're only down 6% now. That's pretty cool. So what is really rallying right now? We got Tesla. Obviously, Tesla stock is still doing relatively good. It is up about a percentage point while the markets are down. NIO's going flat, which is kind of crazy. It's like, how cheap is this stock going to get? Gara, your Alibaba was spot on. We're going to see way more. I think we're going to see way more upside coming for Alibaba stock. For sure. No way around that. We got XPeng going down, Li Auto going down, Lucid Group going down, which I said was going to go down to around 22. AI is slightly green. It's up 0.5%. Palantir up 0.7%. And it just seems like the 10-year is dictating what's happening, right? So whatever the 10-year is doing is just having a severe impact on the stock market. So if the 10-year is heading down, then stocks are heading up, right? Growth stocks are going up. Tech stocks are going up. If the 10-year is heading up, it's the opposite. So if you look at the 10-year yield, you can predict what's happening and what is to come. And if you take a look at the weekly chart, we've been saying this for about a month now, but it looked like the MACD was crossing on the weekly for the US 10-year, the 10-year Treasury yield. And ever since it crossed, it's just been a massive rally to the upside. And so that indicated that there was a lot of momentum coming, a lot of selling momentum in particular. And so a lot of bonds are being sold, and that is causing the yield to go up. And what's more problematic is that when this eventually tops out, that capital is going to get back into the bond market, right? So people want to buy bonds with these higher yields, and so they're going to sell their stocks or they're going to sell their assets in order to get back in, and that could cause an initial sell-off in whatever asset seems to be most overvalued, and it could be the growth stocks again, depending on the CPI, depending on the current situation and the climate and earnings. I think it's going to get very interesting. And so if we have lower CPI and if we have great earnings coming up, then I don't think growth stocks are going to sell off. I think we're going to see a lot of bullishness for most growth stocks out there. Garrett Tom Nash is saying that Powell's going to taper in November. Is that true? I think it's most likely, yeah. I think at this point it's most likely that he's going to be tapering in November. So the next announcement could be, hey, we're going to taper. However, there is a tiny chance that it gets delayed. So there's a tiny chance tapering is going to get delayed, and it's going to happen in January or something. That would be crazy if that happens, because inflation has been quite rampant. But in all honesty, I think what we're most likely to see is a taper. I listened to Meet Kevin the other time. He said it could be delayed. Well, it's not going to get delayed initially, but I mean, they want to be done with the taper by the middle of 2022. And so Meet Kevin said that it would potentially be extended to the end of 2022. I'm not sure about that. I don't think that is necessarily going to happen. I think either we're going to get a delay. It's like, oh, so I don't like what's happening with the job report, etc. So we're not going to do it, or it's going to happen. I don't think we're going to get like a 12-month taper. I think it's going to be a 6-month taper regardless. Gara, SoFi is up almost 13 percentage points. Yeah, I saw. It's great. SoFi is one of the buy and sell signals that we have on Patreon, which, Go look at that arrow. Beautiful arrow, right? It's very accurate. So yeah, SoFi jumped up significantly. I thought the fundamentals were great. The technicals were looking pretty good. And so it jumped upwards, which is just nice. Look at this. Oh my, damn. UiPath is down 5.7%. What the freaking hell? That is a lot. UiPath, come on, man. You're kidding me. That is so nutty. Wait, let me just take a look. Yeah, damn, holy moly. So UiPath has been coming down a lot. It's down 5.8% right now. And I feel very bad for ARK. Yeah, so ARK Invest has been buying into UiPath ever since it was sitting at like $60. They've been buying every single dip, and the stock has just been plummeting and plummeting. Seems like there's like no end in sight. Really, really wild. Is Path a buy? I think it is. Yeah. It's oversold on the 4-hour chart. It is about to be oversold on the daily chart. Yeah, I still think it's a buy. Yeah, pretty much. Think this is a bit overblown. Sitting at a market cap of 24.9 billion. Yeah, the major reason that this is happening, obviously, I mean, look at the earnings. They're burning a lot of money, and major reason that this is happening is because of the 10-year yield. 10-year yield has been spiking, and if the 10-year spikes, then guess what? Growth stocks suffer, and UiPath is a growth stock. So that's is that your hair? Or is that a wig? No, it's my hair. It's yeah, it is my hair. Just yeah, we're getting into the colder months. But yeah, I'm probably gonna go to the barber soon. Is that a falling knife? I think it's not a falling knife. I think UiPath is looking pretty good. Yeah, so Helion actually went down about 12%. They got downgraded, and I think, to be fair, there's not a whole lot going on with Helion right now. Look at that selling volume. That's the first time in months that we've seen this much volume, and it's just a lot of people trying to get out, really. That's what we're seeing there. Damn, speaking of people trying to get out, look at Alibaba. Alibaba. It's sitting at 164.6. It's still heading downwards. Yeah, I made a video about this. I said that the gap was most likely to be filled all the way back to 162. And we are ready to get back to 162. So that is happening as we speak. And it's also because the markets are going down, right? So it's not just because... it's not just because of the stock itself. I think the stock itself is still looking pretty fine. It's just the markets are kind of bearish, and people are taking profit, so that's very obvious too. Usually when Alibaba goes up 20%, it corrects about 5 to 10%, right? And so far, I mean, to be fair, we're down almost 4 percentage points, and that is quite nice. I think that's a good thing. It's a good sign. Because the stock tends to pull back slightly as people are taking profits. Whenever that doesn't happen, it kind of indicates that it's going to top out. At least from what I've seen, when it goes up more than 20%, it's up 30% in one go. In bearish times, it just pulled back, just went down all the way back to the support line, and actually breached it. I think it was right here. Wasn't it? I think I saw it happen here in this vicinity. Let me just take a look at the 4-hour chart. Where was it? Yeah, I think it was right there. Huge move, right? And then pulled back, went back to the support, and just kept on pulling back. Essentially, what you want to see is just staircasing, right? So up, we go up, correct a bit, and then we go up, and then we correct a bit, etc. Hello, Gara. If CPI comes higher than last month, will stocks go down, or is this already priced into the stocks? If CPI is higher, then no, stocks are not going to go up because I don't think it's priced in. Do you think tapering is coming soon? Well, I mean, it seems like it is coming soon because we're seeing the 10-year just skyrocketing right now, which means people are selling, right? Because obviously the Fed is going to start selling. So they want to sell before the Fed is going to sell. Or, no, they're not going to sell, actually. The Fed is not going to sell, but they might. They're going to stop buying. So they're going to be buying less bonds. And so you got to understand one thing about the 10-year. If the Federal Reserve, if they stop buying bonds, then the 10-year rate can go up because the buying pressure of the Federal Reserve is causing yields to go down. That's the relationship between the bond market and the 10-year Treasury yields. It's that when bonds are being bought up heavily, then yields go down. If bonds are being sold heavily, then yields go up. And so the assumption is when the Fed stops buying, yields are going to go up. And as they go up, you want to get out of the bond market and buy back in when yields are higher because you're going to get a higher yield, which is amazing. So I think a lot of investors, a lot of hedge funds are getting out, and I think they're going to get back in as the Federal Reserve is going to be getting out, which is going to cause some momentum in the 10-year. At least that's what people are thinking. I think a huge part of that is already priced into the 10-year yield. I think in some sense, hey, if you know that the Fed is going to stop buying, well, it's going to cause a larger effect prior to it actually happening. And then when it happens, we have a relatively mild effect of the 10-year going up. So in a sense, it's kind of being priced in right now. All right, we have 13 minutes left. Smash that like button. And once again, I'm so sorry for being late for this stream. I was rendering a video, the Alibaba stock video. Took me longer than expected because it's just my mistake, right? I had this, how do you call it? I selected an option that caused the rendering process to actually, it worked. It's just, it was a different kind of format, and so I had to do the rendering over again, which took me another 30 minutes, which was, I have to say, really chaotic. But I'm very glad I was able to upload the video at all, and I'm glad I'm able to be live streaming right now, so that's really nice. But I just wanted to let you know, I'm still trying to get my stuff together. I'm like trying to be active on all platforms and just kind of streamline the schedule. But hopefully you don't mind it too much. It's temporary. I'm still getting used to being at this new place. But yeah, it's awesome. It's great. I'm loving it. And I think we're going to get some great stuff out of it. Let me know which stocks you'd like me to cover, by the way. Let me know in the live chat, and I'll be taking a look at your favorite stocks. I'll do some technical analysis. And yeah, keep them coming. Write them down below in the live chat. Meanwhile, I'm going to take a look at my portfolio because I'm pretty sure stocks are going down right now. It's looking really painful. Oh boy. Yeah, that's damn. It's like right when you think stocks are bouncing, they start coming down again. Gareth, the tapering is going to start in November. Does that mean that stocks are going to get... No. Well, I don't think so. I think I don't think that necessarily has to be the case because they're not going to taper right away. They're going to taper small amounts, right? So they're not going to be tapering instantly. It's going to be like they're going to be buying less bonds every month until they're done with that. And obviously, they're not going to be buying anymore starting mid-2022. But it's definitely not a good thing. But I have a feeling, this is just a hunch, that the tapering itself is partially priced in. I think it's partially priced in. I think people are already expecting the taper, and it's going to happen, and the 10-year is going to go up. So stocks are lower than what they should be, I think, at least the tech stocks. There are some stocks that are down 70%. Some stocks are down 60%, 80%, and they're staying there. They're not budging or anything, even if they get good news. The only stocks that have been doing really good are the stocks that beat earnings significantly. And all the other stocks, all down, right? All of them have been going down for 6 months, maybe even longer, 9 months. All right, 9 more minutes until the market is going to close. Some people saying Enphase, MRK, Virgin Galactic, Neo. Yes, let me just take a look at Enphase. This is one of those, the Meet Kevin stocks, right? Let's see, how's Enphase? Yeah, so Enphase, it's right on the trend line, so I think it looks good, and we're heading into earnings. It's up 4.3%, market cap of 21.6 billion, and very nice balance sheet, at least from what I'm seeing here. Very nice earnings. They're profitable as well, and growing fast. See, that's the perfect combo. But yeah, it's been downtrending after it peaked at around $220, and you can see right here RSI is just spiking upwards, and the volume is picking up. The 4 hours showing positive momentum. Daily chart, recent MACD cross, weekly chart. I mean, I think we're heading higher. I think we're heading much higher. I think we're probably going to be heading back up to the 180s. So yeah, I think a 10 to 15% move is coming up for Enphase. That's heading into November, obviously. It's looking good. But yeah, it's mostly dependent on the 10-year as well, because this stock has been, it's been going down for some time too. It's just recently that it started going up. But yeah, I would say, Enphase is also looking fine. Volumes are up. MACD and RSI on the daily and the weekly are looking fine. And the fundamentals, I think, are checking out. Yeah, so we're just waiting for that CPI report, in a sense. Gara, do you expect SoFi to pull back after this jump up? Well, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. No, I don't think so. I don't think it's going to pull back, at least not significantly. Yeah, so usually when a stock looks like it's about to pull back, it overextends. It just gets super overbought. Like what we saw right here for SoFi. That was in May 2021. And then it pulls back, but we're not there. We are not there yet. So I would not necessarily say that we're about to just top out instantly. We could consolidate around $18. I think eventually we're heading back to $20. One moment. Six more minutes left. And we have the Nasdaq pulling back. The Dow Jones is pulling back. The Russell's pulling back. Oh, man. That is brutal. Yeah, look at that. Looking really bearish on the Nasdaq. I mean, how long has it been since this correction started? Let's just say around... It's been a good 40 days. I mean, it could last up to around 60 days, which would mean the full months of September and October. Yeah. How is Neo doing? I think Neo's doing pretty fine. It's doing good. Neo is down about half a percentage point. It's doing relatively fine. It's not down that much. A lot of growth stocks are down 2%. We're seeing 11%, 6%, 3%. But yeah, Path is getting annihilated. Holy damn, that is just crazy. UiPath is getting absolutely destroyed right now. I'm going to buy some, actually. Let me just buy some. I think I'm going to buy some UiPath. Why the hell not at this point? Oh boy. Alright, so I bought $500 worth of UiPath, and I will buy more if it starts moving down. Gara, Palantir is unreal. All good news on contracts and it heads down. It's not that. What is really impacting Palantir is a bearish market. The tech stocks are down. S&P is down. Russell's down. Not only that, we have the 10-year spiking up very hard. We have got a tapering coming up. Palantir is not down because the company is bad. It is down because the market is bad. Palantir it has great fundamentals. Don't get me wrong. It is the market that is pulling back on Palantir. And I said in my latest Palantir video that Palantir was going to consolidate at around 23 to about 24. Eventually head back up to around 26 in 2 weeks' time. And the main reason I knew that we were going to see some consolidation at first is because the market is still very bad. But once we get out of this rut, out of this weak movement in the market, then that's when Palantir goes up. And so we're waiting for that. We're waiting for the CPI to come out. And ultimately, we're waiting for a bit of a rebound in the whole market, especially tech. Would you look at that? Alibaba's coming down lower, sitting at 164, just as expected, filling the gap completely. We made a video about this, right? And it's happening right as we speak. You bought 500 shares? No. I bought $500 worth of shares, about 10 shares. I'm buying small amounts with UiPath. I have patience with this one, right? The markets are negative. It's oversold. It's could definitely get a little bit cheaper. I did not expect the 10-year to go up this fast for the past 2 weeks. So yeah, that's had a substantial effect on UiPath. All right, we have 2 more minutes left. Let me just check what's happening here in the chat. C3 heading for another all-time low? I don't think so. I am buying more C3. I'm buying more UiPath. I'm buying more Palantir. I'm buying more Alibaba. I'm buying all the stocks that people are panic selling right now. What is my largest holding in stocks? Alibaba. Right now it's Alibaba. I added more. 1 more minute left. Smash the like button on market close. Smash that like button indeed. Let's go. How is Neos? So the stocks that I'm very bullish on right now, UiPath. I like Path. It's a falling knife, but I like it. Let's see. I like Baba. I like DIDI. I also like Facebook is getting quite cheap at $3.25. Palantir obviously around 3 or 23.5. And AI, right? Oh, AI and Neo. These are the stocks that I'm looking at and I think are looking quite sweet. And I want Tesla to come back down because I want to buy some Tesla, but yeah, it's still sitting at these high ranges. All right, the market officially closed. Make sure you smash that like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that yet. That would be very, very much appreciated. Hit that notification bell so you get notified for the next live streams. And yeah, we have social media. Obviously, we have the Instagram, we have the Twitter, we have TikTok, which all the links are down below in the description. Would appreciate it if you would check it out and follow me there. Also, we have a Patreon. Oops. This is the Patreon right here. And I am providing a lot of content on Patreon, including stock picks, like the one that we saw with Alibaba, right? Alibaba was one of the stock picks that I uploaded on Patreon. We have buy and sell signals. We have the newsletter going on. We have the Q&A live streams, so exclusive Q&A live streams, so you can ask me any question you'd like. And we have the Discord group calls and many, many more benefits. You can find it on the Patreon. If you'd like to support my channel, feel free to do so. There's a link in the description. Yeah, so that's the Patreon. Make sure you also check out the Discord community, which, there's a link down below for that. And I think that would be it for today. Let's see. Let's go back to the chart. Overall, I am still bullish on the markets. I think for the next 3 months, we're going to see a relatively roaring market despite the tapering. However, right now we're seeing some weak movements, some choppy movements, which doesn't make sense, right? You cannot expect the market to just go up forever. The markets went up substantially this year, and even just the past year, right? So just a year ago from now, we're up like 30% plus. So yeah, markets did pretty good. We're right now still taking a breather, and I think it's going to be over soon. I'm buying the dip as this is getting worse, and I'm very bullish on the Chinese tech stocks, especially Alibaba and DIDI. I'm also very bullish on the growth stocks like Palantir and C3.ai that are down substantially and have great fundamentals. Now, that is all I wanted to say for this live stream. Once again, my apologies for the shorter live stream. I messed up with the rendering of the latest video about Alibaba, which if you haven't checked that one, it's on the channel. So check that Alibaba video. There's going to be a lot more coming up. The Patreon is going to get really, really active. I'm going to be uploading tons of content on Patreon, so check it out. The Discord community obviously is super lit, so make sure you join. And that would be it for today. Thank you for watching. This was Lucid Trading, and I'll be seeing you tomorrow before the market opens up. See you soon.